this music. All of my children, to whom death hath passed his judgment. Sorry, I'm stalling because of the song. Sawyeards for all. Okay, let's go. Sorry, I can't help for this music. Where to now? If there is anywhere you would like to visit before we leave, I should be glad to show you the way. Hermes has not yet outright refused his position with the convocation, merely postponed the decision. As such, I may as well resume my assessment. If we cannot accompany him, then I will content myself with questioning his colleagues. Ever the pragmatist, then allow me to remain your humble guide. And what of you, Zordia? Will you continue along with us? Yes, I'm coming with. Wonderful! Our fellowship travels on unbroken. I say we explore another part of Elpis. See what new encounters there are to be had. This is the trio! If you would follow me, we will first head back toward Anagnorisis. Didn't we part ways with Hermes not far from here? Given the size of Elpis, I expect our paths will cross again before long. From here, we follow the path northwards to Notaneus. There we will find one of the Neus, which facilitate travel between the islands of Elpis. Oh, we're going to a new island! First-time travelers must be accompanied by someone with the requisite permission, which I have previously been granted. We only need use the device together once, and henceforth you will have leave to use it freely. Shall we? Unless the need is pressing, I won't be tracking Hermes. With my ethereal sight, 'tis poor manners to spy on someone's comings and goings in such a fashion, so don't ask. Social conventions notwithstanding, perceiving aether requires deliberate and intense concentration, and we otherwise keep our eyes on the corporeal world. Here we are, Notaneus. This Neus will take us to Calamelius, Zephyrus, the western island. That is right there, looming large over us. Step this way, and we can soon admire the view from above. Something fire and snow? You guys don't want Illard badges?
ここが第2の区画、ゼピロスの喝采だよ。
Calamelius.
この区画にはいくつかの保管、実験施設と観測拠点であるポイエテンオイコスがあったはずだ。
Is that a huge corn? I thought that was a corn. Wait, is that a tree?
そのあたりを巡ってヘルメスの仕事ぶりを。おや？
Oh.
オレイアスじゃないか。
Arias.
かわいいね。
Aww. Spriggan. Cute! Oh my gosh. Oh, that's a big boy.
また何か来たぞ。
Shark
あれ
thing?
は新種のサメだね。先日イデアを登録したばかりのものだ。
No. MSG, no.
サメは海洋生物の中でも人気が高い。亜種を作ろうと挑むものが絶えなくてさ。最初はもちろん順当な考え方をされていたよ。大きさの違いだとか、異なる海域への適性を持つとかね。けれどそれにとどまらず、挑戦者たちは空飛ぶサメを作り、賢いサメを作った。頭の数を増やし、今回のあれは手足ときた。すごい。まるで無意味だ。他にやるべきことを探すようにって言いたいくらいだったけど、最終的には執念を買って承認ってことに。He's just
going on and I love it. Is this?
危なかった。怪我はありませんでしたか？
Yo! Yo!
あら、あなたたち。
ベーネス様、まさかこんなところで会えるなんて。
Did he say Venus? He said Venice. Is her name... I might be like overthinking. Is her name Venus in the Japanese translation? Or is it Venat? Because I don't hear the T, that's why. Just he doesn't say Venato. It sounds like Venas. Or it might be Venath with TH. Soft T. Venat. Okay. Got it. Thanks, guys. If it's not having it.
この前、過去に14人委員会に属した者は、ほとんどが退任とともに星に帰っていると言っただろう。彼女はそのほとんどに含まれない稀有な例だ。かつて座にあり、それを譲った後もこうして活動している。
Oh, she stepped out. Oh, but she continues being alive. So do people look down on her for that?
ベーネス。前代のアゼムを務めた人物だよ。
She's the previous Azem. What? And then we're the current. We were the current Azem. What? That's why she chose us. That's why she chose us. She's senpai. Venat senpai. I am your kohai.
お久しぶりですね。会えて嬉しいわ。シュトロダイウス。東大のエメトセルクも。でもあなた、また眉間のシワが深くなったのではありませんか？
Also I just realized that her cloak is white. She stands out. That's not normal.
まだ若いのに。あまり顔をしかめてばかりではいけませんよ。
Burn! That burn!
あなたの後任が随分大変とてもやんちゃなもので。
まあ、あの子は元気。
It was just laughing.
相変わらずですよ。この前なんて噴火間近の火山に突撃したりして。お聞きになります？
Oh, we were just as reckless back then. Love it. Love it. I'm here for it.
よければ後でぜひ。それからそちらのあなたは
She recognized us though. As soon as we arrived, she felt our presence. So like, bruh. She knows. She knows. We don't have to tell her. She knows. I love that her the eyelashes are like the same color as their hair. For her and Midi,
もしや今よりも先の時間。つまりは未来から来たのではありませんか？
just saying that right in front of everyone. Are we gonna joke it off? Are we joking it? Are we just gonna shrug that off? Are we gonna be like, no? Are we gonna gasp?
あなたに私の紡いだ魔法がかけられているのを感じます。けれど、そんなことをした覚えはない。
Yo! Oh, this is so good! Oh!
となれば、かけたのは今より先の私ではないかと。
Bruh! They know! Dude, what are the implications for this?
ちなみにどんな魔法なんですか？
旅人のための守りです。あらゆる状況でエーテルの変質を防ぎます。
That's why we were... So did she predict that we were going to the past? Of course she predicted we were going to the past. She would know! Wibbly wobbly, timey wimey. That sounds rather like the blessing of light. Well, they won't even know what primals are. Do they know what primals are? There are no primals yet. I feel like this is like a no answer. Sounds rather like the blessing of light. Wait. Yeah, Zodiac was the first one. So I feel like saying this is kind of like they're gonna be confused. So that's, but they also don't know what the blessing of light means, because they haven't made Heidelin yet. What is this? Ah! Sounds like the blessing of light. But maybe we should have said primals to like hint them on primals to come. I don't know! It doesn't matter, I suppose.
守りの魔法は数あれど、 あなたにかかっているそれは私の術式で間違いないでしょう。
だからといって未来から来たなどといくらなんでもありえない。
Yep, we are barely... We are sundered. Well, might as well, like, cat's out of the bag. Might as well say it.
未来のことを、あなたのことを話してはいけない？
What are the implications of telling them? Like... Time travel is so tricky to do. It's so tricky to do. I should just keep watching.
君が帰ってくるここはあくまで終末が起きたという歴史をたどった世界。過去で何をしたところで悲劇をなかったことにはできない。
That would just reshape another reality.
そう。あなたが戻る未来は変わらないけれど、私たちが別の歴史を歩む可能性があると。
Bruh! This is gonna be frustrating. Because this just makes me want to change the past, but it doesn't help. But like, what?
いいですね、それ。まだ誰も検証していない領域に挑むの。私は好きですよ。
Oh my gosh, she's like, oh, this is nice. I don't know what's gonna happen, Lens. Like, I can see, I understand, but like, like, this doesn't change anything. Like, this is a big lordom, but like, how is this gonna help me?
それに、どんな事実を知っていたとて、未来は訪れる瞬間までわからないものです。心配していただくことでもないかと。
Oh, so you're saying I should just tell you everything that's happened? Is that it? So I killed you. So I fought with you, Emmet, and you were like, you guys are not on the same side. You like summoned a primal, and things are getting out of hand. And now you're the only one left, Venat, or should I say, Hydaelyn?
何より、わざわざここを訪れたのには相応の大事な理由があるのでしょ？
Yes.
よければ話してみてはもらえませんか？
Yo!
力になれることがあるかもしれません。
We're actually telling them, okay. Are we? Am I? What? Or is Emmet not? Okay. No? He doesn't want to know.
まったく。それが本当なら、とんだ事情を隠していたものだな。
Are they gonna bring us the convocation? What would the...
私も14人委員会としてしっかり聞かせてもらうぞ。
Damn, okay!
お前が何者で、どうしてここへ来たのかを。
Okay!
今度こそな。
Well, it's a long story, so you might wanna, like... Do you wanna... Let's go for a picnic, you know? Let's... I mean, we have no choice at this point.
ひとまず落ち着ける場所に移動しましょうか。
Calm conversation. I don't know if I can be calm about this situation. Should we get Hermes in on this as well? Hermes could probably help us. Maybe. I don't know. This seems... okay.
私はエルピスで働く古い知人からの依頼を受けて数日前からここに滞在しています。
She's been helping Hermes?
この先のポイエテーオイコスに館を借りているのでそこへ向かいましょう。
Of course she has a place here.
大丈夫。この出会いはきっと間違いじゃないわ。
I think so too, at this point, like...
そうでなければこんなわかりやすい目印をつけて過去の自分の近くに向かわせたりしません。
I mean, that was Elpis, but like you've predicted... Okay. I'm not gonna answer any, like, I'm not gonna ask any questions. I'm just gonna keep going. We're just gonna keep trudging.
わかりますよ。他でもなく私の考えですもの。
She's proud of herself. Yo! These are the people I want to, like, to tell. Like, I've been wanting to tell them this. The future. Our future. I'm deadly curious to hear more. Well, I don't know if you would like to hear. And there I thought you were a harmless stray familiar. As far as I'm concerned, this nebulous talk of future this and changing history can wait. First, I mean to find out exactly who you are and what you hope to achieve here. Well... It's gonna be a long conversation, let's go. My apologies, but before we move along, a colleague has tasked me with a matter which I'd rather not leave unresolved. It involves finding a certain concept engraved crystal, and the quick-fingered Aureus which made off with it. It's right, I have one right there, can you use that one? An Aureus, you say? I think we might have seen the culprit before being distracted by the business with the shark. I mean, Hitler, you were the one who was explaining the shark business. Would you like us to follow its ethereal trail? I was saying it right. Why did I hesitate? That would, of course, lead us only to the Aureus. There's no guarantee that it hasn't dropped or stashed away the crystal you seek. Please, even that much would be enormously helpful. While you are hunting down the thief, I can follow behind and scour the forest floor just in case. Could I ask you to join the search? I would appreciate another pair of eyes to cover the land to the west of here. Many thanks. There's a small bridge leading into Poiten Oikos. Let us meet up there once we've exhausted our efforts. It's a fine time to test our creation's capability for flight. We mean to start from a modest height, in case there are any unintended mishaps. The problem you present is vexing enough without adding the old Azem into the equation. And she wonders why these lines upon my brow grow deeper, when she herself wields the hammer and chisel. Wait, Emet-Selch is responsible for keeping Azem in check? This is why. This is 100% why. The Azems, both mentor and student, are a force to be reckoned with. I find them a delight, personally, but they have a habit of making Emet-Selch look as if he bit down on a sour grape. And I'm sure Hitlo actually likes that. Our last searcher returns. I'm afraid the Aureus no longer had the crystal, nor was able to find it as I followed in its wake. I don't suppose you fared any better. Here you go. The crystal, well done. Wonderful. Now I can focus on your tale without that missing concept nagging at my mind. Have you always had a knack for finding things? Yes. I've often been asked to do so. Traveling and searching go hand in hand. You travel often then. It seems we have something in common. Oh my gosh, I love her. I love her. She is delightful. She is nothing like how I expected her to be. Long ago, when I held the seat of Azem, I was forever trekking back and forth across the star, in search of answers to people's problems. Naturally, the need for such journeys has lessened considerably since I entrusted the position to my whimsical successor. Yet I am still eager to come running should an old acquaintance or new interest require my personal attention. That is what brings me to Elpis, in fact. Many times has my presence been requested. My opinions sought concerning the habitat of this or that creation. Agreeing to help locate that missing crystal was a minor distraction, which now promises to become a major revelation. How strange and wonderful it is, the way one thing leads to another, wouldn't you agree? Thank you again for your timely help. Now then, 'tis time I returned this stolen property. If you would go on ahead to my accommodation, I will join you as soon as I have attended to that task. Follow the path straight ahead to the building at the top of the slope. I have the entire place to myself, so we can speak without fear of being disturbed or overheard. Oh, I am kind of excited to reveal all. I always feel much better after taking a short respite to converse and debate with my associates. I considered it essential to exchange ideas with my colleagues regarding my observation work. Without such external stimulation, one has a tendency to lose the forest for the trees, so to speak. I am a taxonomist, an artist in the medium of names. It is my job to adorn the flora and fauna of Etheris, such as these creatures you see here, with names befitting their natural beauty. You named them? But I'm sorry to say, but none of your names stick, unfortunately. You're quite all right. Even for a mere familiar, you appear to be suffering from a most distressing dether of aether. Do let me know if you require help, yes? You needn't be nervous around Venat. Those white robes mark her as one of the fair and impartial, and one of fair and impartial reasoning. Aside from the emissary, Elpis, such garb is worn only by those who have stepped down from public office to serve as advisors. Whatever you have to say, she will listen without judgment. Nice. That's what the white robes mean, okay. This will be far more comfortable than interrogating you on the side of the road. Emmett, leave me alone. Welcome to my temporary abode. Please make yourself at home while I put on some tea. Music? All of my children.
いい香りですね。ほっとする。
This music, all of my children, to whom death hath passed his judgment. Sorry, I'm stalling because of the song. Sawyers for all. Okay, let's go. Sorry, I can't help for this music.
お菓子もあればよかったのですが、旅暮らしの癖が抜けなくて、どうも身軽さを優先してしまうの。
She's so cute. She's so pretty.
お茶のおかわりならいくらでも。お湯は温かいまま保っていますから、焦る必要もありません。ゆっくりでいい。聞かせてもらえますか？あなたのことと、ここに来た理由について。
It's a lot. It's a lot. You may be like, may not have any judgment, but like, I'm pretty sure Emmett is gonna have something to say. Are we gonna say everything? So I killed you, Emmett. A calamity called the final days has befallen the world. The world has been sundered, broken into shards. Mankind is being forced to flee the star. I want to know the end. I can only pick one. I want this one. The world has been sundered, broken into shards. I feel like it's going to answer, like, it's going to be the same either way. I'm just going to say the world has been sundered, broken into shards.
順を追って話してみろ。
Bro, this is gonna take several days. This is not gonna take a couple hours. This is a lot. You want it from the beginning. Oh, we starting from here. Yo. Yo! Yo! Man, that's a lot to take in.
荒唐無稽だ。とても信じられたものじゃない。
Right now, yes. But this is your future, bruh.
そうだね。正直、想像すらつかない部分も多いよ。
Man, if you don't want to believe it, fine. I'm told you the truth.
ベーネス様はどう思います？
She has to believe it, though.
最初の週末がいつどうして起こったのかが正確でない以上、現時点では真偽を判断する材料がありません。ですから、すべて真実であるという前提に立って、なぜ私がそうしたのかを考えていました。
Right, because you're so cryptic!
大衆と14人委員会が選んだ道。それに反してハイデリーを作り出す理由を、少なくとも今の私でははっきりと説明できません。もちろんその時になってみないとわからないことも多いでしょうが。
Yeah.
簡単に下せる決断ではなかったはず。何かもう少し。そうするしかなかった要因があるように思えるのです。それから、なぜあなたにエルピスの花を知るべにしろと言ったのか。
Yeah, explain that! It's crazy because she's the one who told us that she doesn't know! This is cool. This is like super meta.
花そのものや追う過程が大事だったとも考えられますが、あなたがここへ至っている以上、 エルピスという場所にもきっと何かがある。
Yeah, because she didn't explain. Bruh, I don't know. I'm getting chills.
それが何なのか。私はあなたに何をすべきなのか。
I don't know.
そっちについてはこうも考えられませんか？
Oh yeah, she's way more open-minded to possibilities and honest.
彼女たちの歴史においては終末は不可避となり、もう星から逃げるしかない。せめてその未来について私たちに伝えておくことで別の歴史が生じる可能性を作りたかったとか。
Yeah, but it wouldn't save our reality. That would just make other futures.
確かに理屈としてはあり得る話です。けれど、それが主たる目的なら、わざわざエルピスに誘導する理由がない。
Right.
留守である可能性を考慮しても、私の家にするか、14人委員会のいるアーモロートを選ぶ方が賢明でしょう。
Yeah. Wait, where's her actual home?
まあそうか。彼女はそのハイデリンってものから向かうべき時を指定されたわけじゃない。
No.
となれば私たちと出会えるかどうかは重要じゃなかったというわけですね。
It's not critical that, but I feel like it is though. I don't know at this point.
あるいはこの偶然とも思える出会いが果たされることに何らかの根拠を持ってかけていたのかもしれませんか。
Yeah, the people would recognize Azem's soul in Wall. So there's like, okay, we're all trying to figure out what the heck. Then okay.
パズルをしようにも重要なピースが足りてないみたいだ。
確かな事実があるとすれば、終末が聞いた通りのものならば、それは私にとってかけがえのないものを焼き払おうとしています。
Yeah.
そんな事象を前にして長い時間も費やして用意した手段が逃げるだけ。
Right. This is also my question because Charlienne, what, she's very smart. So what? I don't know why I'm trying to piece this together now. They're gonna tell me.
普通ならまず終末を完全に退ける方法を考えるはずでしょう。
But that was with Heidelin. Wait, that they did Zodiac and then she brought Heidelin and then that was it.
それは14人委員会でも果たせなかったことですし、不可能だと考えたのでは？
Maybe knowing that the 14 failed, but that's not gonna help my reality. That's not gonna help my final days that's happening. Like now they could be like, okay, so what they did with Zodiac doesn't work, so an alternate future can happen. But like that's not gonna change what's happening to us.
私は不可能を信じていない。
Okay.
ハイデリンが私なのであれば、それだけは揺るぎない事実だと思います。
Is she trying to keep? Maybe she's trying to keep all avenues open, so she's making as many possibilities.
よくもまあ、こんな妄言に出てくる自分を本当に自分だと思えたものだな。
Oh, come on, Emmet.
私は納得していない。できるものか。この良き時代がそんなわけのわからない終わりを迎えるだと。
I'm actually surprised that Emmet is rejecting it. Kind of surprised. Kind of. Ish.
大体そいつの語る私はおよそこの私とかけ離れているじゃないか。
I'm sorry, but it's oh gosh, Emmett. I don't know how I explained it to you, but I was probably not even exaggerating, even a little bit.
同胞たちがゾディアークに命を捧げたとして、星のためであったなら人として誇るべきことだ。
Right, but you wanted to save.
だというのに、私がありし日の町を模しただと。そんなものは彼らの行いへの冒涜だろう。
I feel like you were tired.
お前をそこに招き入れた理由も全く理解ができない。自ら計画失敗の要因を作ったようなものじゃないか。 確かに。
Yo, the music!
この時代の復活なんてものを背負わされると思うと嫌で嫌で仕方がない。腹の底からうんざりする。
Aww. It was a lot for Emmett to bear. Jeez.
だが自分からそれを投げ出すような真似を私がすると
Oh, this is a lot for him to take.
随分と侮ってくれたものだな。
I don't know what to tell you, Emmett. I don't know what to tell you.
よまいごとはもう十分だ。私は仕事に戻る。二度と邪魔をするな。
Oh, Emmett. I'm sorry.
エメトセルク、ちょっと待ってよ。
That's exactly why I didn't want to tell you anything.
もう一つ聞かせてください。ここまでエルピスを見てきて何か気になったことはありませんでしたか？
We know him very well, funny enough, right? Exactly, Jada. It's crazy. Because these are their past selves, right? Even Fandaniel, in his dying moments, he says, as sundered as he is, he says that his past self, like Hermes, would be very disappointed in him. And it's interesting to see that this Emmet, is very disappointed in his future self. I think that's a very interesting parallel. Dynamis is key to all of this. Hermes and Meteon are somehow involved. So both of these. I mean, Dynamis is the key to all this, but I do want to hear her take on Meteon.
なるほど。エンテレケイアであるメティオンとその作り手であるヘルメスですか？
Yes.
確かに終末に関係するとおぼしきアーカーシャという力がデュナミスと同一であるならば彼らが鍵と言えそうですね。詳しく調べてみる価値はあるかと。
Right.
そうと決まれば行動あるのみです。今はまだ欠けているピースがきっとこの地にある。それを手にした時未来の私が描いた絵の全容が
I'm hoping
あ
for
な
the
たが受け
answer.
取るべき答えが導き出せるでしょう。
Yeah. I need a kotae.
私にもどうか協力させてください。
Yay, we have her. Okay, cool. Having her helping would... I don't know how much that would really help, but... Aw, Emmett.
大丈夫。彼が私の知るアゼムから聞かされた通りの彼ならばきっとこの
Aww.
ままお別れにはならないわ。
Shall we begin our investigation then? I am acquainted with Hermes, of course, but only as a visitor received by the chief overseer of Elpis. Of the man himself, I know only that which is common knowledge. Thus, I suggest we fall back on the tried and true method of conversing with the locals. The observers who live here can surely tell us more of Hermes and Meteon, and I have a good idea of where we might begin. See you the woman standing in front of yonder building? Her name is Ismene. She is the one who made arrangements for me to stay in Elpis, and from what I recall, she has held her position here for quite some time. Chances are she can provide us with some insights. Go and ask your questions. I will help with drawing out answers if need be, but I leave the choice of topic up to you. Well, aren't you a doughty familiar? I'm not one for fighting myself, but if I had one such as you at my side, I would no doubt feel a great deal safer. Questions for me? Well, I suppose I have no other pressing duties at the moment. The following events cannot be skipped. You may wish to cancel any pending duty finder registrations. Okay. Begin asking questions. Greetings, Ismene. My friend here is desperately curious about Chief Hermes, and I was wondering if you might indulge her. Certainly, Mistress Venat. Anything to be of service. What do you wish to know? What are Hermes' interests? His interests? Well, he is an authority on flying life forms and has expansive knowledge of living creatures in general. Is that what you wish to know? How would you describe him as a person, as a colleague? He is a quiet man, reserved you might say, and occasionally somewhat poor with his choice of words. His reticent nature, however, does not prevent him from carrying out his duties as Chief Overseer. I hope that answers your question. Was there anything else? How long has Meteon been here? Do you know of Meteon's abilities? It's no secret that she is a highly unusual familiar. Of late, the Chief often makes his rounds with her, like a mother hen raising her chick. I understand that she is able to read emotions and communicate directly with one's mind. Exactly how she was created with that talent, however, is a mystery to me. My apologies, I wish I could explain her nature in more depth, but I've not had occasion to discuss it with Chief Hermes. Do you wish you knew him better? Do you trust him? The Chief may not be the most gregarious individual, but he engages with us as is necessary for everyone to perform their duties. I wouldn't want to intrude upon his privacy for the sake of curiosity. Though if you wish to learn more about Meteon, you could try speaking with Timaeus, another expert in the creation of flying concepts. He should be conducting his observations on the banks of the stream, somewhere to the east. Oh, and, unless you take a particular joy in rambling discourse, I suggest you keep your questions concise. We shall keep that in mind. Thank you for your patience and your insight. Think nothing of it. If there is aught else you need during your stay, please do not hesitate to ask. Come, Zordia, I think we've taken enough of Ismin's time. Our investigation is off to a fine start, wouldn't you agree? From here, I propose we split up. I shall continue making inquiries with the resident observers. If you could track down the colleague Ismin mentioned. While I did feel compelled to interject once or twice during the previous conversation, you seem more than capable of drawing forth the answers you seek. All I ask is that you watch your footing around the stream. We can meet back here once you've finished speaking with Timaeus. Registrations for amphibious creatures have come to dominate of late, but felines remain as popular as ever. Those fish that swim up waterfalls, mayhap they would be able to climb more efficiently if we slimmed down their bodies to reduce friction. Hey, Timaeus. Yes, I'm Timaeus, but please keep your voice down. You'll startle the birds. Let's ask these questions, shall we? Oh boy. So what is it you wish to speak about? Whenever I hear this music, is it true you're an expert on flying creations? What do you think of Chief Hermes' flying creations? Chief Hermes' work, a worthy subject indeed. Those beings which soar through the clouds, majestic and graceful, are ever a favorite of creators. Even now, with so many varieties in existence, the flood of newly imagined concepts continues unabated. What sets the Chief's creations apart, however, is how they benefit from his boundless knowledge of the celestial realm. Birds that climb so high that they disappear from view, others which traverse the boundless sky in moments, and all without riding the currents. I know of none save he who can conceive of such marvels. Even we who prize elegance of form above all else are dumbfounded by his genius. Meteon too is a marvel, then. My opinion on the matter would be superficial at best. Despite my admiration for Meteon as a concept, I've never delved too deeply into the inner workings of her nature. I know that she has a gift for communicating via emotions, but otherwise, her abilities are a mystery to me. If Chief Hermes would choose to submit Meteon's concept to the Bureau of the Architect, then will the design be registered for public scrutiny? Analyzing a colleague's creation before that step is frowned upon, to say the least. Oh shoot, that was the wrong choice. Of course, if he came to me, a fellow artisan, looking for advice, then that would be an entirely different story. Do you know of Dynamis and Enteleches? Dynamis and Enteleches? Those terms do sound vaguely familiar. Was there not a flower made here in Elpis which exhibited properties of one or the other? It must have been centuries since I last heard anyone speak of such. Centuries? Has there been a resurgence in interest? Then why bring up the subject? I'm flattered that you sought my insight, but I cannot afford to neglect my duties for the sake of idle chatter. Now I really must return to my observations. Surely you have your own tasks to attend to. Back already? That was quick work. You were obviously clever enough to head off any of that rambling Ismene mentioned. So have you any new findings to share? I see, even an expert in the field had little understanding of Meteion's capabilities, let alone an awareness of Dynamis. My questions resulted in much of the same answers. Hermes' colleagues view Meteion as his personal project, and could provide no details beyond those which you just told me. Which leads me to believe that the only person with any significant knowledge of Dynamis is Hermes himself. Yes, we've made some progress here, but more information is needed if we are to reach any definitive conclusions. At present, the strongest link we have to the final days is the power of Dynamis, and the Entelechis, which can control it. Yet most scholars are only vaguely aware of these terms, let alone study them in depth, except for Hermes, it seems. Thus I'm inclined to stay our current course and learn all we can about the Chief Overseer and his familiar. And on that subject, was there aught else of note you can tell me about Meteion, aside from her unorthodox method of communication?
There are more like how she has sisters. She and her sisters were created to journey to the stars and search for intelligent life.
I rather wish you mentioned that earlier. In any event, would you care to elaborate?
I feel like we should have mentioned that.
So these siblings of hers now travel the great expanse in search of deeper meaning. Thank you, though the mystery at hand remains unresolved. I feel you've touched upon a vital clue. One we should keep in mind as we continue. Next I propose we take ourselves to Peripetia, Crystalline, not far from here. Just follow the path to the west. This tower and the one further along are both a part of Peripetia, Crystalline, the facility where they archive all of Elpis' observational and testing records. Despite how they appear from the outside, the interior is actually a vast area of magical, interconnected spaces, which, while fascinating, is not the reason we are here, is it? I shall cut my architectural lesson short and see what those two archivists have to share. If you could find someone to speak with over at the other tower, I shall join you there anon. You have questions for me? Certainly. Just a moment while I conclude my current appointment. Indeed, so you could provide a comprehensive log of those behaviors. We should then have sufficient data for our official records. Now, what was it you wished to speak with me about? The Chief Overseer's personal research project. By that I assume you mean Meteion. Such undocumented studies are difficult to track. After all, hardly a day goes past without seeing a researcher trailed by one creation or another. I'm afraid I cannot tell you exactly when Meteion appeared, only that she now spends much of her time at Chief Hermes' side. Although I do recall an interesting tale my dearest Galeen shared with me.
Oh?
Galeen is my partner and a fellow researcher here in Elpis. She was returning late one night when she caught sight of Chief Hermes sending Meteion heavensward, a host of them. For several days she would speak of that scene with wonder, describing it as one of the most beautiful spectacles she had ever witnessed. That sounds like a story I should like to hear. Mistress Venat, I thought you had already returned to the surface. Permit me to thank you again for your invaluable contribution to our concept placement proposal. Pray you do not mention it. As you say, my original plan was to leave after the task, but I have since become engrossed with Chief Hermes' research. Would you favor me with a retelling of the sight which so delighted your Galeen? Of course. Or you could hear it from her lips directly if you would prefer. At present, she should be observing a subject in Matabaseos, Thalassai. She does enjoy her time there, watching the sea creatures hunt and play, gazing upon the salty waters of the world's oceans, recreated in such sublime detail. I imagine you must find similar joy in indulging your boundless curiosity, Mistress Venat, even though such pursuits must continually and regretfully delay your return to the star. Indeed they do. 'Tis a rest well deserved, and long overdue, I should think. How greatly have we prospered for the wisdom you accumulated during your travels as a Zem. And what would Elpis be without your earlier academic work? The theories you developed served as the basis of many techniques still in use today. Man is a creature of contemplation, but none embody that nature with as much endearing passion as you. I dare say there is not a soul alive more worthy of a return. I should rejoice the day you depart on your final journey.
This is so strange. Being like, I can't wait for you to die.
I will be honored. Well, shall we take this opportunity to meet with Galeen in person? Then allow me to reconfigure the door to the archives here. It will take you up to the skyway, and spare you the need to avoid hostile concepts on the ground. That would be most helpful, thank you. I have opened the path to the skyway. Once you pass through the door, simply walk straight across to the next tower, and ask for admittance to the upper tier. Upon arriving at the upper tier, walk straight across the skyway, and you will find yourself at the entrance to Matabaseos, Thelasai. Galeen will be eager to share her tale with you, I am sure. The tower ahead is still part of Peripatia Chrysalin. We will need to ask for passage through to the upper tier. Mistress Venat is passing through? Then allow me to prepare the path. If you need further assistance, there is always an observer or two out on the upper skyway. Yo! Dope! Mistress Venat was not told to expect. We would have prepared an official welcome.
She's laughing.
Please, there's no need for fanfare. I only wish to speak with Galeen, if that might be arranged. Yes, Galeen, of course. I will inform her immediately. But she may be engaged in a testing phase. You could be in for something of a wait. Should I let her know your business is urgent? That won't be necessary. This lovely view will keep us occupied until she is ready to receive us.
Oh, this music.
風が心地いい。それに、とても綺麗。
I never thought we'd have a face to the crystal in the beginning of ARR. This is, bruh.
あなたのいた未来の世界も変わらず美しいですか?
Yes, it is. As beautiful as ever. Some parts yet, yes, others not so much.
あら、それはどういう意味かしら。怪しい場所や恐ろしい場所があるということなら、むしろ非常に興味がありますが。
True. I mean, that's fair. There is a sense of beauty in that.
待つ間にあなたの旅の話を聞かせてください。ここに至った経緯については教えてもらいましたが、今度はもっと取り留めのない
Sorry, I'm cracking
あ
my
なた
back.
だけの旅の話を。ハイデリンの目的を明らかにするため、未来の世界を知りたいという意図もありますが、
I mean, that's true.
何より同じ旅人として興味があるのです。知らない場所に行った人から話を聞きたいと思うのは私たちのサガでしょ。
Oh my gosh, why is she so pretty? Aw, she's laughing! Aww! This is so cute!
そんなことがあるだなんて、はあ、私も見てみたかった。
Aww.
なんて不自由で厳しい世界。けれどそこに生きる人々のなんと愛しいことでしょう。人はそんな風にもなれる。可能性の輝きは彼方でもやっぱりきらめき続けている。
Aww.
ありがとう。とびきり素敵なお話でした。先ほども少し話に出ていましたが、私はもともと世界の成り立ちを追い求める学者だったのです。エーテルとは何？物はどうしてこんな形をしているの？私たちの始まりは？
She was very inquisitive. That's why she made a lot of really good contributions.
世界はそういった謎に満ちている。いくつかにはそれらしき答えを出しもしました。
We're just taking pictures of it now.
けれど突き詰めていくほどに驚きは増すばかり。世界の法則が今のようであり、私たちが存在していることはまさしく奇跡のような必然だったのです。遥か天地を巡り移ろいながら悠久を渦巻く熱がこうして私やあなたという形をとっている。
Aww, she has love for all of life.
それがどれほどの確率の出来事か思えば、想像できる範疇のことなんて何も不可能ではないように感じるのです。そう気づいた時、 急激にこみ上げてきた思いが私の当たり前を打ち砕きました。何かとてつもなく大きなもの、運命だとかそういうものに命が、人が愛されているのだという感覚、同時にあまたの奇跡と不確定な可能性の上にある今がひどく脆いもののようにも思えました。
She has about as much empathy as Hermes. Her and Hermes would get along.
私は誰かに何かに会いたくなって思わず飛び出した。この瞬間に輝く世界を見て、聞いて、感じて、もっともっと知りたいと考えたのです。
She said hear, feel, think, but she doesn't say it in English.
それが遠い昔の旅の始まりでした。当たり前が取り払われた世界は何もかもが新鮮でとても美しかった。眼前に広がる地平、吸い込まれるような空、静かだけれど力強い自然の息遣い、それらの合間に人の営みが明かりを灯し、ことの葉を響かせる。そんな光景に胸が温かくなった。何より出会う人そのものがたまらなく好きだった。
Then why would she just make essentially just an arc? Because it's everything, it's the world.
だから皆のためにできることをしていたら帰るに帰れなくなってしまったのです。
That makes sense.
もしかしたら未来の私もハイデリンも探し続けているのかもしれませんね。生きる理由ではなく死ぬことができる理由を、多くの可能性を持ち、故にこそ時に迷える人を、もう大丈夫だと思える瞬間を。
But we're kind of having to deal with the mistakes of the ancients right now. So maybe she feels like she has to clean up their mess.
この星の未来に生きるあなた、未だ人の行く末を問い手放せずにいる私にどうか答えて。あなたの旅は良いものでしたか？
Ooh, yes, yes, yes. Oh, 100% yes.
すみません、遅くなりました。
I was about to say yes.
お待たせしてしまって本当にごめんなさい。観察対象がこんな時に限って暴れちゃって。
お仕事お疲れ様です。おかげでのんびり話もできましたから気にしないで。
No.
ありがとうございます。それで私に聞きたいことというのは？
実はヘルメスの作ったメイティオンに興味があるのです。あなたは大勢の彼女が飛ぶところを見たとか。
なんだ、そのことでしたか。ええ、しっかと見ましたとも。あの日は夜の観察があったので六曜院を出たのが夜半過ぎだったんです。なんとなく星空を見上げながら歩いていたら、南東の方角に天へと昇る逆さまの流星がピカッと。
It fits perfectly well into the story itself, but that question does feel a little like Yoshi Ishikawa talking directly to a player rather than... Yeah, I agree. I 100% agree.
いくつか立て続けに流れていったものだから、私、もっとよく見えるところを探して、この島の端まで行ったんです。そしたら、少し先の島に、ヘルメスと、たくさんのメイティオンたちがいて、そのメイティオンたちが、夜空へと飛んでいく姿が逆さまの流星の正体だったんです。
Shooting stars.
なるほど。それについてヘルメスと話をしたことは？
あまりに綺麗な光景だったので、翌日すぐにどんな設計で何のために飛ばしているのか聞きに行ったんです。
My brain just went, what if the meteor were the falling stars in the final days? I'll be a lot of media.
でもまだ個人的な実験の途中だから情報を共有する段階にないって言われちゃって。 だから私も話してもらえる日を待ってるところなんです。ヘルメスは今も時折あの浮島に行っているようですから、実験自体は進んでいるんじゃないかと思いますよ。
Ooh, can we go there now, maybe? Let's go!
状況はよくわかりました。私たちも話が聞けるのを楽しみに待ちたいと思います。お伺いしたかったのはそれだけです。仕事の最中にお呼び立てしてしまって申し訳ありませんでした。
いえいえ、同じことを気にしている方に会えて嬉しかったです。あ、このまま下に降りますか？でしたら扉をおつなぎしますけど。では、
お言葉に甘えて。
She's so pretty.
So another piece of the puzzle falls into place. From what we've learned thus far, I think we can safely conclude that Hermes hasn't been revealing the details of his research to others, which suggests that either someone will appropriate his discoveries and make use of them, or that Hermes himself will have a hand in causing the final days.
That's what I was thinking too.
Since we have no reason yet to suspect the former, we should consider the latter the more likely possibility. Proceeding under the assumption, our next step should be to divine why or even if he might desire such a terrible fate for our star.